It's Week 11 of the 2024 season, and this one will feature Kendall Fuller. He's been one of the NFL's best ball hawks this season with 9 interceptions. It's the Commanders and the Cards on Sunday night.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
Season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
They'll start on the ground. Carter. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Another tote for Carter. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Murray going to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat. It's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Hardman on the return. Ooh, with a juke. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
And Lance's throw into the hands here of Hardman. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd down, Lance.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 23.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st down, Lance. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Robinson.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Play action. Now it's Lance.
Caught on the slant.
Touchdown, Washington.
Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your...
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Murray trying again after the pick six. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And this one too low. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Here's Hardman to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. There's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray rolling to his right. And this one is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Murray now. Flushed out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Murray with a nice, and he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray from 17 yards out. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. So here is Washington now to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Robinson on a give right side. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lance looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Holding offense.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Lance now to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Cards will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they could see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The football going back over to Arizona now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Murray. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A give left side to Robinson.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
To throw, it's Lance. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2.
Washington on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And he is going to lose yardage here. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Set to punt. Here's Cameron Johnston. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over.
And last time, the fumble, the turnover. Now they still have the lead, but I don't think coaches care. The turnovers will bother them no matter what the scoreboard says.
That's the relief that you still have the lead. But coaches look at what if and what it should be. Turning the ball over when they've got a chance to score more points and increase the lead, that's what's going to affect them.
And they're also thinking to future weeks, maybe when the game's closer, right?
No doubt about it. You want to clean up everything. Let's just be honest about it. They want everything to be perfect at all times. They don't want to give up anything that's going to hurt their team.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Shotgun now for Lance. Right side to Williams. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Robinson up the middle.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Robinson with another carry.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Here's Lance. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now Lance.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Commanders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. In the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Point after here coming up. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And Evan Ingram able to finish it off with a touchdown reception. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Cardinals. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Play fake. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Chase Young.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
On 2nd down, a run with Carter.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Murray now on 1st down. And he wisely will throw that one away. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Murray.
He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Murray. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Gano's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Trey Lance leading his offense out for this next drive. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Finding Hardman here over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. He'll get this to about the 38. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Robinson. And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here. After the turnover, here's Murray. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side.
And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
On third down, Robinson.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout
as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Lance.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Jamison Williams.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the Cowboys who get the win at home. Dak Prescott, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Brock Purdy leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And lastly, Monday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. There's Terry McLaurin, such an exciting pass catcher as this offense comes out for their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
On 2nd and 7, Lance. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Throwing now is Lance.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's taken to the 26. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit. On 2nd and 9, Murray
escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Chase Young
in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Washington offense back out there. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
On 2nd and 9, Lance. And Lance throws the interception, his 3rd.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Go the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Working from the gun, Lance. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Lance looking to throw it.
And Ingram hauls it in.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Handoff now to Robinson.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Lance to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And Lance going to throw.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point right down the middle, and they open the lead up now to 25. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So possession goes over here on the punt. They begin the drive with Robinson.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
From the 27, Lance. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They'll run here with Robinson.
He'll get this to about the 38.
From the 38,
Lance. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
36 yards on the punt with no return. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Murray now on first down. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. From the 36, Murray. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Back onto the field now, the Commanders' offense. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Lance.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's Tressway now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. A give left side to Robinson.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Lance looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They run. Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. 131 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on second down. Lance. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Now the try here for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 1st down, Murray. Being chased out left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Robinson up the middle. 137 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Robinson with another carry.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they've practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the 1st.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
They find some open field here.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. But, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And the Washington offense heading out. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
But 209 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So out now come the Cardinals.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Murray. Steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
Down to the 25. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 17. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Lance to throw on 3rd and 1.
Flush to his right.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
Yeah, they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Robinson.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Commanders,
they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.